Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And we're gonna jump right into it, man. Pretty much all hell is breaking loose. Judgment after judgment, more crime, more violence, more judgment. This is the end, man. Like, I don't know what else the prophets and the servants of the Lord gotta do, but we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna keep warning you. We're gonna keep blowing the trumpet, right? Which is this word, the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You take heed, you might have a chance. You don't, you're through, man. You're finished, right? You can get mad at us all you want. You can lash out at us all you want. But the fact of the matter is, if you do not adhere to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you will be deleted. You will be put to death, right? And his judgment going forth throughout the earth at a record number, man, to where people can't fathom what's going on. What's happening, man? What's happening with our country? You got all these migrants coming in, right? So-called migrants, because some of them are our people. And like I said, you don't have to take my word for it. You can see the proof is in the pudding, man. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you see it and you hear it. That destruction is not too far, man. Complete and total utter destruction is not far away, right? It would be in your best interest to turn to the Lord, to drop all that you're doing in the earth that's wicked, that's against the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to drop all of that and turn to the Lord, man. Because if not, you're gonna perish. You got this migrant crisis going on. You got robberies at an all-time high, crime at an all-time high, violence at an all-time high. And it's only going to increase. It's just going to increase and increase and increase, man. Right? You got the threat of a new, virus. Right? So, hey, man, this thing is about to break completely, loose. Pretty much, you're not going to be able to, it's not going to be contained anymore, man. The Lord is just going to let the floodgates of judgment open up and pour out on you people here in America, Babylon the Great, man. Right? Let me get this. Let me get a couple we're going to play. This is Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great, which is America, Babylon the Great is fallen and is become the habitation of devils, man. Deceivers, wickedness, all that, man. It says, Salakia, it says, and the whole of every foul spirit, every spirit that is, contrary to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. That's what you see in America, Babylon the Great, man. That's what you see. It is very foul out here, unclean, violent, right? That's what it is. Let's get another one. Amos, right? Amos. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? This trumpet is the word, this truth. It says, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? The Lord does all the evil in the city. The Lord is the ultimate judge. The Lord is the ultimate hitman. The Lord got all the bodies, man. Right? Anybody put to death in the city, the Lord did it. Any crime happens in the city, the Lord did it. Any violence, the Lord, any violence happens in the city, or anywhere around the world, the Lord did it, man. Right? So why wouldn't you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who made the heavens? Right? You got to be out your damn mind not to. So let's play this, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua wouldn't elect the other five. Shalom.
Here are some of the crimes from across the 5 boroughs. We begin this week in Brooklyn, where a conductor is slashed in the neck while leaning out of the subway cabin.
Police say the conductor was assaulted at the Rockaway Ave station in Bed-Stuy while making routine observations from the cab window. This comes as the MTA is working on a new pilot program to better protect conductors.
Antoine Lewis joins us live. And Antoine, you actually talked to members of the transit union who say they feel like they're being targeted.
That's correct, Natasha. Good evening to you, Steve, and everyone else. The MTA also just announcing literally within the last few minutes that they are in the process right now of installing cameras inside the conductor's cabin, which is certainly welcome news given the events of earlier today.
Hey, if you live in one of these cities right here, why don't you own an apartment building? Seriously, let me show you a path.
59-year-old Alton Scott is lucky to be alive, a fact not lost on members of the Transit Workers Union Local 100.
About a split half an inch would have cut a vein in his neck and he was dead.
Scott was the conductor on a southbound A train at the Rockaway Avenue station in Brooklyn when police say he was brutally attacked just after 3:30 early Thursday morning, slashed in the neck when he leaned his head outside of the train window.
We're not protected like uniform officers. We don't have a gun. We don't have any way to protect ourselves.
MTA officials say Scott made a frantic announcement over the train's PA system asking for help.
And people, this is what they believe protection is. You got a gun. You get a gun, you can protect yourself. It's people that have guns on them that can never use it because things happen so fast and you don't know who's going to do what, until they do it. Sometimes, hey, that's the thin line between life and death. And you ain't got time to react. So a gun is not protection, man. It's the spirits that's on people that's causing all of this thing, all of this hell, all of this judgment. And who controls the spirits? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So how can you avoid these type of spirits? You do what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, man. He's the true protector. Not no goddamn modern day sword, man. Not the gun. Let's continue.
A doctor happened to be on the train at the time.
A number of customers came to his aid, one of which was a doctor who physically provided assistance applying a compress and treated him on the scene until EMS arrived.
Officials say the perpetrator took off, and it appears there's no connection between the conductor and the perp, which some experts say may explain why the victim was slashed as opposed to being stabbed. Psychologist Dr. N.G. Burrell is executive director of New York Forensic.
Someone who typically is stabbing someone is usually involved in an aggressive encounter where they're angry at that person. There is a more personal, intimate quality to the violence, but slashing is really kind of reflective of impulse rage.
Scott is a 24-year veteran of the MTA. Officials say he received 34 stitches to the deepest part of the wound and 9 additional sutures just to close it.
We are confident that NYPD will catch this assailant, catch this perpetrator, catch this cowardly criminal.
And as you come back to us live, Steve and Natasha, we also are happy to report that the conductor is home recovering from what the union told us. And the MTA also confirming that there were working cameras inside the station that Roy Picorni is giving you a look at right now, which will certainly help them because we also spoke to the police who said that they are in the process of reviewing all of that as, again, they try to find the suspect.
Staying in Brooklyn, police are searching for the suspect in the senseless shooting death of a bodega clerk.
Police are still looking for the man accused of shooting and killing a bodega clerk in Brooklyn.
And this comes as concerns grow over bodega safety, especially when it comes to repeat offenders.
Fox 8's Michelle Ross is in Crown Heights with more.
Distressed over her son's murder, it's difficult to stand for Nazim Berry's mother. The 37-year-old bodega worker was shot in the head and killed by a customer on Monday at Amin Deli in Crown Heights during a dispute over a Black and Mild cigar.
Nazim was not only a bodega clerk. He worked every day to help support his mother and his brothers and his siblings.
After a GoFundMe campaign raised less than $1,000, Bronx-based company ProHealth and the United Bodegas of America wrote an $8,000 check to his family to help cover funeral costs. Delia Berry is a family friend.
He was an old soul. Like I said, he would carry your bags. He would respect the community and respect himself.
It's unclear if the suspect has benefited from bail reform, but UBA says prosecutors and judges need to be harsher on repeat offenders because they say when bodega owners call the police on a suspect, it's a revolving door.
We've experienced they get arrested, the cops do their job, but 3 hours or 4 hours later, they're back in that bodega saying, "What's up?"
Laughing in our face.
"What's up?" They laugh.
Police continue to patrol the area as a memorial grows outside with candles and flowers and a prayer for his mother.
He can barely stand up on his corner.
And when what's gonna happen with that is that, you heard him. He said, they get locked up, and Jake is a damn demon running around, man. I did videos on Jake and the acts that Jake, commit here in not just New York, but all over the 50 states, man. Jake is a damn demon, man. And what's gonna happen is Jake gonna start getting put to death on the spot. Because people they're gonna turn from being the victim to being the aggressor, man. Right? Because it's just, man, you just don't know what to say about Jake, man, except he's a fucking demon, man. Right? Over a black amount. And this weed and all these things that they selling in these bodegas is all to bug you the hell out, man. And all death is written off from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We understand that the judgment of the Lord, we understand it. But you just get tired of Jake, man. You tired of these niggas, man. Right? And we tired of this place. Let me get something, man. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. Talking to you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. For the Lord have controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Yeah, the rulers, right? The people of this land, man. The ones that shaped this land into what it is, right? It says, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. Yeah, this place teaches you not to that the Most High is not real. Anything that the Most High says, you ain't got to do it, right? Live your life. Do what you want. Eat what you want. Sleep with who you want or what you want, right? It's all out of order, man. Right? So it says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, all the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not with, they break out and blood toucheth blood. Yeah. Death, murder, kill, murder, death, kill. Right? What did the Lord say? Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, man. Shall be in a pitiful, sorrowful state, man. Because what? There is no knowledge, there's no truth, there's no acknowledgement of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in this land. Only the prophets and the servants are teaching the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And we got the light because this place is nothing but darkness, man. If you want to see what's going on, you come to the light, which is the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But our people don't want to do that, man. Our people want to continue in wickedness and in darkness. So, with that being said, they're going to be in mourning. They're going to be languishing. They're going to be in sorrow. Right? Because the Lord ain't playing, man. He don't care if it's your son, your mother, your grandmother, your uncle. He don't care, man. Right? He don't care. We got to be, yeah, it hurts. It hurts, man. But this should be a sign for you to turn to the Heavenly Father, man, to get right. We love our family members, man. Right? But we have no control on whether they live or they die. All we can do is just warn them and tell them, and Lord willing, Yahweh will give the increase, man. But if they refuse to be rebellious, there's nothing we can do. Let's continue.
The bodega community is also feeling the pain of this loss.
It could be my son. It could be my brother. It could be anyone. It's the same feeling.
And the United Bodegas of America is asking all 25,000 bodegas across New York City to donate to the GoFundMe campaign to help with rent and other expenses, as the family now navigates life without Nazim, who worked here 7 days a week.
A good question is, how do I get started trading? A better question is, how do I profit today?
Get your ass.
Next, we head to the Bronx, where 3 suspects wanted in connection to a deadly subway shooting are caught.
Police have arrested and charged the suspects in the fatal shooting of a man on board the D train up in the Bronx.
Riella Tomasetti, she is live in the concourse section with the latest, including the charges these suspects face. Riella, good morning.
Yeah, Tashani and Dan, good morning to both of you. We're learning more at this hour about what actually led to the death of 45-year-old William Alvarez. It was initially thought that he was stabbed to death on that D train, but investigators say the 3 suspects and Alvarez were actually fighting, struggling over a gun when the weapon suddenly went off.
Anything you want to say?
The 3 suspects wanted in connection with last week's deadly attack on board a Manhattan-bound D train are in police custody. 24-year-old Justin Hurd, 38-year-old Betty Cotto, and 42-year-old Alfredo Trinidad are each charged with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. Police say the suspects were picked up just before noon yesterday at an apartment in the Bronx after the fatal encounter was caught on security camera footage.
This is a homicide investigation. This is as serious as it gets.
According to the NYPD, 45-year-old William Alvarez was sitting on the train early Friday morning when Hurd, Cotto, and Trinidad got on at the Fordham Road station. One of the suspects sat down next to Alvarez and an argument broke out. The dispute turned physical with the 2 others joining in. At some point, a gun went off, killing Alvarez. His death marks the 2nd fatal shooting in the transit system this month. Just 11 days earlier, 1 person was killed and 5 others were injured in a shooting at the Mount Eden station.
Crime was up 45% in January, driven by grand larcenies. We find ourselves arresting people, we'll call them recidivist criminals, that have been arrested over and over again.
Despite those 2 deadly shootings, the city says subway crime is down by more than 17% in February. The NYPD has surged its presence on trains and platforms by up to 1,000 cops a day. Meanwhile, crime and safety were first on the agenda at yesterday's MTA committee meeting.
Here we are in 2024, and we've had 3 murders. People are being slashed. A station agent was assaulted. What is going on in New York City Transit?
The real message should.
So, you see it, man. People are not figuring this thing out, man. Why are all these things happening? But you got to be a fool not to know why they're happening, man. People don't have a way to live. They don't have no means to make a living and support themselves. And if they have families, then you got a heavy drug presence. And then you got just, people with nothing to live for out here, man. So you mix that all in the pot together, what you get, man? Nastiness, wickedness, evil, violence, crime. This is what you get, man. Isaiah 24:11. Salakia 10. The city of confusion is broken down. This is the city of confusion. America, Babylon the Great. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Nobody don't want to come here. Right? They see what's going on. You see hashtag what the F is going on in New York City. Right? There's a crying for wine in the streets All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yeah, it ain't no more good times, man. Let the good times roll. Roll the hell away. Right? There's a cry for wine in the streets. They want to know what's going on. You heard the dude. He said, what's going on in New York City? You got 1,000 cops spread throughout the subway system, but yet all the crime is happening in the subway system, man. Showing you that it doesn't matter who's around. Yahweh Shem Yahushua wants something to get done, it's going to get done. And then a damn thing you can do about it, man. You can put, 100 people around that person. If that person is the one Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to judge, and, that's what it is. That's what's going to happen. Right? So it says, the city is left desolation. In the city is left desolation. And the gate is smitten with destruction. Yeah, these cities are smitten with destruction. All hell is breaking loose, and there's nothing you can do about it, man.
Be to the misbehaving ridership that's out there is that we're on this. We're going to stay on it.
The MTA says there have been 6 attacks on transit workers so far this year, resulting in 4 arrests. Now, those 4 people altogether combined had a total of 49 other arrests. The suspects in this case, meanwhile, could be formally charged as early as this morning.
It's time to upgrade your tire inflator. It's not an option, but a necessity. Here's why.
Down in Manhattan, a stabbing at a migrant facility, adding to the calls for more security at the city's shelters.
More violence at the city's migrant shelters, this time at the former Lincoln Correctional Facility in Harlem, where a man was stabbed twice.
All right, Fox 5's Morgan Mackay joins us live from the scene of Morgan. This comes as the mayor is calling for changes to the city's sanctuary city law.
You're exactly right, Steve and Natasha. But first, on that stabbing at the migrant shelter here in Harlem, City Hall tells us there are security guards, but no security cameras. However, they are looking at installing additional security measures. They just recently announced that they are installing metal detectors at the migrant shelter on Randall's Island. A 24-year-old man was found stabbed twice on Wednesday at the former Lincoln Correctional Facility, currently serving as a migrant shelter. The NYPD responded to a 911 call at around 11:30 a.m. and found the man stabbed in the back and abdomen. He was taken to Mount Sinai Morningside in stable condition, but the NYPD is still searching for a suspect. On Tuesday, Mayor Eric Adams spoke about other violent incidents at migrant shelters and emphasized how migrants are being forced to sit around all day without the ability to work.
All day, we have men that must sit around all day and can't work. It's amazing how calm.
This dude is a damn joke, man. He's just another Negro face to calm you down. But everybody done caught on to him real quick, man. He's a fool, man. But yeah, you got judgment in the migrant shelters. You got judgment on the train. You got judgment, in these houses where you sleep. Judgment everywhere, man. Right? Zephaniah 3 and 5. Lock it. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. He's going to get his man, or woman, or child, whoever he wants. Whatever judgment he's writing off, hey man, that's what's coming. But the unjust knoweth no shame. Yeah, people that they don't know what judgment is, that's just out here, right? They don't have no shame. They just like whatever. It happened, whatever. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm good. I got money. Oh yeah, you got a lot to worry about, man. Jake, you got a lot to worry about.
they have been.
Right now, the Adams administration is making a strong push to change one part of the sanctuary city law. In 2014 and 2017, under former Mayor Bill de Blasio, the city council strengthened the existing sanctuary city laws by prohibiting the NYPD from alerting federal immigration officials about a migrant who has been charged with a crime. As it stands right now, the city can only alert ICE if a migrant has been convicted of a crime in certain cases. City Council Speaker Adrian Adams emphasized on Wednesday that they have no plans to make changes to the law.
These are innocent people who are fearful of partaking in community activity because of their status.
But Adams' chief counsel, Lisa Zornberg, says that a 1989 executive order issued by former Mayor Ed Koch already made clear that the city could not alert ICE about migrants who sought city services or were victims of a crime.
That original executive order recognized that people's immigration status is confidential.
Governor Kathy Hochul would not say if she would back Adams' push to make changes to the sanctuary city laws, but said that the state's sanctuary city policies do allow for coordination with ICE.
We do cooperate with federal authorities under our policy.
I also asked City Hall if making changes to the sanctuary city laws is something Mayor Eric Adams can do through executive action, but they said that this is a law passed through the city council, so it's a city council that will have to make the changes.
And finally, police arrest the woman wanted for randomly attacking a subway musician in Herald Square.
Police have made an arrest in the case of a cellist who was knocked on the head with a water bottle while he performed in the subway. It happened on the evening of February 13th, was caught on camera. Last night, police say they had arrested a 23-year-old Amira Hunter of Brooklyn and charged her with assault. There's still no word on the possible motive in this attack.
And at the end of it all, the end of, man. The damn nigger woman. Right? The damn nigger woman. You know? Last but not least. Man, listen. See, you Israelites, man, this is why you're being judged above all, right? Because the Most High said, what? I will start at my sanctuary first, right? Begin at my house. The Lord is going to judge you Israelites first, man. And he putting hell on you, Jake, because you are hard-headed, wicked as hell, man. This will be my last one. We're going to close out. This is Jeremiah 19 and verse 14. I'm going to start at. Then came Jeremiah to Tophet, whether the Lord had sent him to prophesy. And he stood in the court of the Lord's house and said to all the people, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will bring upon this city and upon all her towns all the evil that I pronounce against it, because they have hardened their necks that they might not hear my words. So you don't hear the words of the Lord, man. You get judged. Simple as that. If you don't want to listen, hey, the judgment is awaiting you. But it would be in your best interest to turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So I just wanted to go into that. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. Hey, you better repent. Keep your head on the swivel, man. Because the Lord's judgment is out here. Hey, to the next lesson. Shalom.
They had arrested a 23-year-old Amira Hunter of Brooklyn and charged her with assault. There's still no word on the possible motive in this attack.
And that's this week's Crime in the City. Subscribe